Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to ride with me today. Y'all already know the drill. Whether y'all are on the go or at home, I just want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's vibe of the day because, as always, every vibe of the day is something special and very important to me. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice. So today's vibe of the day is image. Yes, today's vibe of the day is image because I feel as though image plays a big role within today's society, especially within the Black community. Image plays a very, 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 very significant role within everything that we do each and every day. So I'm gonna start off by saying that just by you looking a certain type of way and holding yourself up to a certain type of pedestal, people will look at you and always have something to say about you. Always have something to nitpick about. And I honestly don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand why people fail to realize that, okay, they have an image to uphold, but they're still human at the end of the day. Or sometimes the image that is being displayed is really not them. And when I say the really not them part is because social media. And I know y'all probably like, social media? I'm going to turn the echo down for y'all because it sounds really funny in my ears. But social media, image, yes. And the reason why I say image in social media is a problem is because, yes, we're all on social media for something. And when I be on social media at times, like, what is it called? The shade room, the teen shade room. I see a lot of stuff on those pages about these people and the images that they be upholding for themselves at times just be sometimes nothing but a bold-faced lie. Or these images they think that the new generation should look up to, which is not, like relationship goals. This one hit me so much when it came to today's vibe image because I had a conversation with a old coworker of mine and they was like, oh, you should talk about like how people come on social media and they think what everybody else is doing is the right thing. And which is not. Which is not. And the reason why I use the shade room and the teen shade room as a prime example is because the teen shade room, it was a story about this YouTube couple. They did a prank or whatever. I don't know what it was, but it really escalated to something really, really bad. And I feel as though that you have an image to uphold, and the image that you upholding is a bull-faced lie because from what the story I was hearing that her boyfriend had cheated. No, her friend had added her boyfriend into the close friends, and she found out and she broke up with him. And they was going back and forth on Instagram about it. Da 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 da. Then a couple days later, he popped up with flowers, all like all that we did was for content. See, the image that you get from these YouTubers sometimes is not a good image because you're really doing things that people are really having problems with and fell out with friendships and relationships with because of something called honesty and trust. When I feel like you're a person that has an image to uphold, you should be displaying nothing but the truth. You should be displaying nothing but the real deal, positivity, things like that. Don't do things that will trigger you to have your fans or your fan base or whatever look at you like a joke because the image that you're upholding is not good. Like, it's been so bad. Like, they've been on this page in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And the people that be on YouTube, the bloggers, they keep up with this stories and stuff too. They're like, this is insane. And this is what people looking up to. Like, y'all know I always use a song quote. Like Cardi, they see pictures, they say goals. I'm who they trying to be. Now, certain stuff that I see on Instagram, it's like, okay, ooh, that's genuine, and I want that. That's what I want in life too. Some of it is bullshit. And the reason why I say some of these images that people carry is bullshit, because some of it is not real. It's like reality TV. It's a storyline that they want you to believe that it's not true. Like Love and Hip Hop. Some of the storylines on there are bald-faced lie, and it's not true. And the image that they're upholding is to keep them relevant. Let me tell you something. Even if you have a good or bad image, you need to know from this point out, it don't matter how big you are or not. Just be honest, because people are watching you. You have people that consider you role models. It's people out here that consider you somebody that they want to meet, to look up to you one day. You know? And I feel like the image that you uphold, if it's really negative, who wants to be around that? Yes, I get it. We're human. You're human at the end of the day. But you hold a higher title because you're famous. You're famous in some type of world, like the YouTube world, the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter world, or land. You know? You will uphold a image that people are looking up to. And some of these images that people are looking up to is a bald face lie to me, because half of these images that people are looking up to is just crazy to me, because these images are affecting some kids. Like, some kids are really like into this. Like, whatever you doing crazy, they're into it. They like it. They see it. They like, oh my gosh, she does this, I want to do this. Oh, she calls herself this, I want to do this. He does this, I want to do this. Like, you know what they say, be careful what you do, because people are always watching, and you never know who's watching. Like, when famous people, I really feel bad for them, because paparazzi is always around, and they always take a picture. Like, they could be doing anything, and paparazzi can make up a bald-faced ass lie about what you're doing just to get headlights, just to get it in the shade room, Twitter, and all that, just to get a storyline, and then for to get more money in their pocket. And I feel like paparazzi, their image is bullshit too, because like, you really going out here snapping pictures of other people, they got a little fame, a little clout, whatever. You snap these pictures, making up these bullshit ass storylines, and y'all just think it's okay. I don't think that's okay. Like, if I do become famous within this podcast, I'm still gonna be the same person. I'm not changing, because it's like, you have an image to uphold, and my image is to be real. Yes, at times I have my moments that I just don't want to hear the shit, or don't want to be bothered with it, but it's like, I'm not going to change. And a lot of people, you know, like, when I watch TV, I watch older shows back then, from like when I was younger and stuff. Half of them kids is the same people, half of them is not the same, because the image that they had, it changed them to a whole nother person, and it wasn't good. So I say this to say, when it comes to image, you know, like when they say, oh, that's goals, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, some of the shit that people are promoting out here it's not real. I feel like it's not real. It's not genuine. Like, all these crazy scenarios, stories, and images and titles and things that y'all upholding is not real. It's not. It's not. Because half of these people are paid to feel this way by these people. Half of these people are paid to act an ass because of the company or whoever, whatever it is, okay? And social media plays a big part within these images, because a lot of kids see these people and they be like, oh, they do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, I never forget when I went to community college, when I was a freshman, and my communication professor was like, I want y'all to do a project on something in the community that you feel as though is affecting the children. And I did music, because, you know, like I said, I'm a city girl. Like, I'm from Baltimore City, and these children up here love Young Boy. Love Young Boy. And Young Boy is cool. He alright with me, but I don't really listen to it like that. I listen to it, but I'm not a big fan. I'll listen to, if I'm at a party, whatever, okay, cool. But on a daily basis or whatever, if I want to get in that mode, not so much. Not as much. So it's like, it's in the middle. But nevertheless, I did my project on how music affects kids because, you know, artists are poets in their own little way. Even if they do it on beat, off beat, whatever, however they write their lyrics, if they write it down, if they freestyling it or whatever, off the dome, whatever. Some of the stuff that they're saying, they're not doing. Like, I'll never forget, I was watching this interview, I think Nicki Minaj and Joe Buttons, she was on his broadcast or whatever, and she was like, feature on there talking about he drank dirty soda and all that, but he's a beginner. Like, he just starting to do it. So some of the people that you looking up to and all that stuff that they're saying in their lyrics, it's cap. Some of the stuff that they're displaying, like in the industry or whatever, it's cap. They're doing that because that's what's going on in the world, and that's the image that they wanted to uphold. And people don't understand. The music that you listen to too can also put an impact on you. Like I said, like the children up here love Young Boy because I'll never forget. I think when my little sister was still at our elementary/middle school. She was in middle school. And I went up her school and be her chaperone for her trip. These little kids were elementary kids. And she was in middle school. This was her last that was her last year. But elementary and middle, like, they connected for real. And I seen these little kids rapping Young Boy. I'm like, huh? Wait a minute. And it's like, you really can't fault the kids. You gotta fault the parents and the siblings because that's what they listen to. Sometimes it's like, yeah, it's cute and funny at that moment. But sometimes it's like, I'm afraid to have my child listen to this because it's like, this is what they're going to think is right. And what I'm saying to them is going to be wrong. And like within the project I had to, I said that too. I was like, sometimes these images that we uphold from people / ourselves, we feel as though what they display is better than what we're trying to display. And I feel as though I listen to all different types of music. Like my mom and I had a conversation not too long ago about music. Like I always tell my mom, you listen to that oldie but goodie music. Like music from 70s, 80s, 90s. I do too. Because I learned it from my parents. But when I play certain music around my sister, she was like, what is that? Turn that off. My little sister in love with Dirk. And I understand it, but I be like, you need to listen to something else. Because, sometimes it's like, yeah, you want your child to, have their own way and images from people and stuff. But when it comes to music, I want you to have a variety. I think children should have a variety of different type of music genres that they hear from, and not just one. Rap should not just be the only one. Like jazz, country, hip hop, R&B, pop. I have those many different varieties in my phone, and I grew up listening to that. So when they're going back to the images that you see on social media and in person is very different. It's very different. And we're not even going to talk about the famous people no more. We're going to move aside from that. We talking about people like me, regular people like us. Sometimes the images that y'all uphold on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook versus in person be full of bull too. Some of y'all talk that talk and flash all this money and do all this and that, but in person, y'all the main ones asking for stuff. I don't understand that. But you know what I do understand? Social media is a place where you could be anybody you want. You could display the real you. You could do you. But it's also a place for you to express what you want to express. If you want to get on there, say you got this, you got that, and in reality you don't, cool. But I feel like if somebody knows exactly who you are, I don't think you need to be on their line. You don't. Because the image that you're trying to uphold, baby, is gone. Like high school image. Like, we was in high school, yeah, it was some dudes out there, some girls out there that they had a big image. But at the high school, baby, that image is gone. Like, that's what's gone. Like, that high school clout, gone. We're old as hell now. We're getting older as hell now. We're getting older as hell. Like, what? All that clout and all that you had, girl, boy, gone. Let it go. Like, why are you still holding on to that? Like, people know of you for what you did. Yeah, the image you uphold. And half of those images that y'all uphold was some crazy images. And I wouldn't even want nobody to even remember me for a crazy moment. Ah, no. We all have our moments, yes, but some of them images was to impress people. And don't think about me, I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not doing that. I'm going to give you the real nitty gritty. Even at times, if I have to get a little bit like, if I got to get a little bit aggressive with you to let you know what's going on. Some people, they say they're green. Yes, some of these people are green for these images. Baby, the image that I uphold is to be me, nothing but me, and that's it. The real me. At times, yes, I come outside look like I don't love myself. Sometimes I come outside looking like, ooh, you look like you got some money. But nevertheless, I'm not ready to go out here and act like I don't know who I am. I'm not going to go out here and act like I'm not somebody I'm not to uphold that image for somebody. No, that's another thing too. The image and the certain things that we do to get people's attention is just all over the place. Like, it's females out here that do things to get a dude's attention, and then when they get the attention from the dude, he's not on what they are on. Like, for example, I don't knock people that get BBLs and stuff, but I just feel as though that I'm big on safety reasons. I'm not getting no BBL to impress nobody if there's no real reason on why I need to get it. Some people out here get it because what they want. Some people get it because they want attention. Me, I don't like attention. I don't. Because all attention is not good attention. And it's not good intentions. So, like, even though I am a woman, yes, I am a young woman, and I do like men, sometimes the image that you give to them completely gone. Like, I be at work, and sometimes I wear shorts, but those shorts be like a little baggy. Like, I like them to be a little loose sometimes because, who want to walk around with tight clothes? I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand that. Like, the image I uphold is I'm a working woman, but I also got class. I'm not going to be fast. I'm not doing that. Because the image I uphold for myself is that I'm a lady, and I'm not easy, and I'm not green for what you're trying to sell me. Okay? I'm not with it. You could just look like, even on a bad day, as they say, or I say not even my best days, you still can get somebody's attention. But I really don't be living for that, because that's not my image. I'll just be me. You come to me respectfully, I'm going to come to you respectfully. Now, you come to me disrespectful and you a man, what? You done met your match now. Because the image you trying to uphold with me is not going to fly like that. Vice versa with men too. Sometimes us females come to y'all with good intentions and some is not. Because the way that your image is and how you display yourself too sometimes could be like the green light of, okay, this is who he is, this is what he want to be, or this is what he is. Like, oh, he a hood boy because he wear his pants is halfway off his behind. He coming up here with a stack in his pocket. He wear his clothes like this, like that. And I ain't realized even if the guys that come in in suit and ties, we always be like, oh, this Carlton looking motherfucker. Oh my gosh, like the images that we hold for each other and the image that we have for ourselves sometimes is like it's good and bad. If you know for a fact what you do and how you dress and stuff does for you, girl, boy, man, women, baby, I don't care. You do that because that's the image that you have for yourself. If you don't do that on a regular basis, then something's wrong. Like if you know certain stuff is not for you, don't do it. Like for me, when it's time to get, it's time to, show up and show out, oh, I'm gonna do that. But on a regular day, I'm gonna make nothing turn into something. Okay? Like it's just like when it comes to the image, a lot of people just fail to realize that your image is what you make it. And I feel like social media has took a detour on us being confident and comfortable within who we are because of the images that we see online from the famous people and everything like that. Like people, like girls at that, like they do things because that's the image. That's what's it. That's what dudes want. Like I'll never forget that I was watching like the Notorious document, and you know Notorious and Lil Kim was together, but he did some stuff to her that really ticked me off, and that leaded to up her image of now because he won, you know, versus what he wanted and versus what she had. She felt as though what she had was not enough. And I feel as though if a man or woman cannot accept you for how you are and the image of the look that you uphold, let him or her go. Walk away from that because you shouldn't have to change yourself for nobody. I'm not doing it. I'm not changing what I do on a daily basis or who I am for somebody to care, love me, and to pay attention, to notice me. No. That goes for family, friends, relationships, everything. If you can't accept me for who I am, then why should I even still continue to talk to you? Because let me tell you something. That's another thing. I use that as an example because after all that fiasco happened, a lot of girls started to change. And all the stories that I've seen within the industry, a lot of girls would change their looks because that's what's it. That's what men talk about. I like a woman with big breasts, big boobs, dog hair. What? And people are really out here changing their images so they can get noticed. No. I say this to say, do not change for anybody that's not going to change for you. And I ain't talking about parents. I'm talking about mentally and physically. Why? Mentally, if you're not going to change for the better for me or for us or whatever the situation is, a family, friend, relationship, or relationship in general with a man or a woman, if they're not entitled to change the image that they have for you for the better, let them go. It's not worth it. It's not worth you really having to spend $1,000 on your look and stuff for a man or woman just to finally realize you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. It's not worth all that time and energy for you to change your image of who you are just to impress somebody. It's not. It's not. And I feel like image is a gift and a curse because if you have image, some people's images out here are very good. They display good energy. Their image is good. They display a good purpose. Half of these people images are not good because it has a hold on people today. It's having them thinking and wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting this type of energy? And let me tell you, all energy is not good energy. Certain energy that you get from people is not good. Like some of the attention that you think is good is not. It's not. And like, you know, you could just wear simple stuff. People are gonna be, dudes, women, whoever, they're gonna be like, oh my God, she thinks she better than me. Or dudes be like, oh my God, she got all that out. Nut. It's like it's a gift and a curse for being who you are. Because at times it's like you can't really go outside in peace without somebody saying, excuse. You know, sometimes it's like your image you uphold for yourself is like it's good and bad. The image that I uphold is to display nothing but natural. Even though at times I do wear a wig, I don't care. This is the real me. This is the real deal. Sometimes my wig is not going to look so up to par. Sometimes my hair's not going to look up to par. But I'm not going to change how I am and what I do just to get the next man or woman's opinion. I'm not doing that. If you like to wear certain stuff, do that for you. Don't try to keep up with what's hot. Because sometimes what's hot is not for you. And not for your pockets. Okay? Like a lot of girls out here got these Balenciaga bags and all these designs. Some of them can't even keep up with it. Like, if you know that if you're trying to create an image for you, think about this. Make a blueprint. Y'all know I love that word. I haven't used that word in a minute. Make a blueprint on why in the world you think you should change your image. Sometimes, yes, we have to level up on images and change for the better because sometimes the old routine is not the same. But then when you get older, sometimes you do got to change for the better within your image. However, before you make those changes, lay it out on the table on why you should do this. And make sure on that blueprint is going to make sense once it comes to life. Like when I got older, certain stuff I took away, certain stuff I brought in. Like the vision board situation. On a vision board, I did add it. I want to dress a little bit more professional and classy. because the pictures I've seen of women, how they made little outfits like these, like just a button-up shirt and the jeans, make it look cute. I want to do that. I want to do certain stuff like that. I don't want to go out here showing my bare behind. Sometimes I still get insecure about my legs and stuff because I got dents and wrinkles in my thyroids. Okay? But nevertheless, the image that I uphold for myself is to love yourself, but also make sure that you're not sending out the wrong message. You know, you want to make sure that the image you uphold on and off social media is good and not giving off the wrong message. And this is why this podcast is my platform where I feel comfortable with what I want to say. Because yes, this is media, but off the media, if I was having a conversation with one of you guys in person, it's the same. My image is the same. It's not going to change. It's not. Because this is how I feel. This is what I stand for. And this is what I believe in. And I want to stick to this until it's my time to go. Okay? So with that being said, when it comes to image, live in the truth. Live in your truth. Do not believe everything that's on social media. Because at times, like I said, half of those story scenarios and stuff, those images are paid images. They're getting paid to lie sometimes. They're getting paid to promote this, to fill us regular people minds up with this is what we should be living. We should be living like this. I should be riding around like this. I should be with him. I should be with them. I should be outside every day. No. Don't start any bad habits or don't create any images that will lead to bad habits and that will lead you to a situation where you don't know who you are anymore. And it'll also lead to the people around you not knowing who you are anymore. Trust me. I've seen this happen. Certain people change because they felt as though that's it. That's a new trend. No, it's not. Be you. If you know you don't do certain stuff like that, don't do it. That's not your image. That's not how you feel. That's not what you believe in. Don't do it. Like, don't sit there and think, oh, I could do this. But then you sit back like, I can't do this. It's not for me. This is not the image I'm trying to uphold. Because that could cause peer pressure. Image can also create peer pressure and low self-esteem. And people are not understanding the image that you uphold, that's for you. That's cool that you promote and everything. But that's not everybody. And I speak mainly for the women on this one because, like I said, the surgeries and things like that. Sometimes some of the stories that y'all have are reasonable. Some of them are just not. Some of them are just like, okay, if I get this, it's going to make me hot. It's not. Because, like, yeah, you get them surgeries and stuff, but you still got to keep it up. You got to keep up this image. And, you know, like, tattoos and stuff, like, you get it. Once you get it, make sure this is the image or whatever is you want, because once it's there forever and you can't get it away. Like, it's a tattoo you can't erase, really. Like, yeah, you go to the people, get the little stuff, but you really still can't get it erased because the marks and stuff still gonna be there. Some of the stuff still gonna be there. So I say this to say, when it comes to image, live for you. Live in the image that you know is you. Live in your true self, your true colors, you, everything true. Don't follow behind these social media or people promotion blogs and stuff like that. That's not you. If you know certain stuff is not for you, don't try it. Don't try it. If you know you the type of person like, I'm not gonna do that, that's not for me, or you judge people doing that, why would you even think that you want to try it? Like, if you know you don't like when people drink, why are you trying to drink and you know you don't drink like that? Like, don't try to do things just to fit in. You know, if nobody's gonna accept you, your real true image, because you being real, you need to let them go and let them have their image that they upholded, because both of y'all images are not the same and both of y'all are not the same. So I say this to say, when it comes to an image, live in your truth, live for you, love yourself. Don't do things that you know you're not ready for. Don't take a risk that you know it's not for you, because at the end of the day, this is your life. You make it how it is. The image that you uphold, display, and things like that to others is how others are going to remember you. And as I say as well, social media is like the good and bad game, because like you could be somebody on there that nobody know, but behind closed doors, people that know you, that's behind the scenes of it. Gotta be You gotta be careful when you do that. Don't be sneaky. But yes, I say this to say, I want everyone to live their truth, live in their colors, because your image is who you are. I don't care if you're not famous or not. I'm not famous. And if you were to become famous, don't forget who you are. Don't let fame and money change you. Because at the end of the day, people are quick to pinpoint that on you. Like, before you was famous, you were a regular person. Now you're famous, you act like you don't know nobody. So you don't want that. Make sure your image is true, is firm, is kind, clean cut, all that positive stuff, not negative that you see on social media. Some of this stuff, like I say again, it's paid advertisement to get us sucked up in that image that is not for you. And for the kids, I just hope, for the children, that or may listen to this, because my podcast is free and uncut. It's for everybody to hear. Live for you. Don't be afraid to be you. Then don't be bullying them kids either that you feel as though are not like you, because they're different, and it's good to be different. Because if we was all the same, this life would be boring. Okay? So think about that. Like, if we was all the same, life would be boring. It'd be nothing exciting about life. Like, all these talents that people have, the images that they uphold with their talent stuff, if we got the same talents, it's boring. Because nobody's different. Nobody's creative. And that's what I like about us being different. Everybody's creative. Everybody's different. Everybody got something in their own little way. It might be the same category, but it's different. Some was born like that. Some of it learned overnight or days into practice. So I say this to say, when it comes to your image, please stand tall and firm on everything that you do. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't let nobody take your joy. Don't let nobody put your self-esteem down. And don't let nobody peer pressure you within trying to change who you are for an image. Okay? Because you're different for a reason. And that's what makes you who you are. Whether it's rain or shine, whenever you guys are listening to this, I hope you guys enjoy your day, morning, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you're hearing this, I just hope that this puts a big impact onto your life, because it did to me. Like, this topic is one of the topics that I wanted to talk about, but I just didn't know how to categorize it as. And I'm glad I did as image. But as always, I wish you guys nothing but peace and blessings. Please be safe out here, because it's summertime. Please stay hydrated. Please stay up to par with everything as well. And you guys will hear from me next time. Bye.